வெல்கம் டு சிஎம்ஏ தமிழ் சேனல். நம்ம இன்கம் ஃப்ரம் சேலரியில் பெர்க்யூசைட்ஸ் எல்லாமே பார்த்து முடிச்சாச்சு. இப்போது இந்த பெர்க்யூசைட்ஸையும் ஆட் பண்ண உடனே, அதாவது பேசிக் சேலரி ப்ளஸ் லீவ் சேலரி, அரியர் சேலரி, அட்வான்ஸ் சேலரி, தென் ஃபீஸ், கமிஷன், போனஸ், இந்த ஃபர்ஸ்ட் பார்ட் ஆஃப் சேலரி, அதோட அலவன்சஸ் எல்லாத்தையும், டாக்ஸபிள் அலவன்சஸ் எல்லாத்தையும், டாக்ஸபிள் பெர்க்யூசைட்ஸ் எல்லாத்தையும் நம்ம ஆட் பண்ணோம்னா நமக்கு கிடைக்கிறது என்ன அப்படின்னா கிராஸ் சேலரி. ஃப்ரம் கிராஸ் சேலரி there are some deductions under section 16. So first deduction, that is 16 subsection 1a, standard deduction, and 16 subsection 2, entertainment allowance, and 16 subsection 3, professional tax. So these are the three important deductions which are deducted from gross salary to find out the income from salary or taxable salary. So first one is standard deduction. There is nothing much to know about this because the limit is 50,000. That's all. So if the gross salary is rupees 40,000, then 40,000 is treated as standard deduction. But if your gross salary is above rupees 50,000, then rupees 50,000 is treated as standard deduction. That's all. ஸோ 50,000 தான். 50,000க்கு மேலே ஒரு பைசா கூட கிடையாது. பட் 50,000க்கு குறையாதான் உன் கிராஸ் சேலரி இருக்குன்னா அதை தான் நம்ம ஸ்டாண்டர்ட் டிடக்ஷன் நம்ம லெஸ் பண்ணிக்கலாம். இப்போ 45,000னா 45,000 லெஸ் பண்ணிட்டு போயிடும். Then second one is entertainment allowance. So already we have learnt about the entertainment allowance in allowances heading. It is fully taxable. Yes, of course, it is fully taxable, and you have to put entertainment allowance in the allowances heading. கண்டிப்பாக போடணும், போட்டுருவீங்க. பட் ஃபார் கவர்மெண்ட் எம்ப்ளாயீஸ் the deduction is available under section 16 subsection 2 only for government employees, not for non-government employees. Keep it in your mind. This deduction is available only to government employees. So how much is to be deducted? The provisions: actual entertainment allowance received or rupees 5,000 or 20% of basic salary only. இங்கே சேலரின்னு கொடுத்து சேலரி மீன்ஸ் எல்லாம் கிடையாது. பேசிக் சேலரி ஒன்லி. ஸோ இன் தட் பேசிக் சேலரி யூ ஹாவ் டு calculate 20%. Okay, so three information. First one is actual entertainment allowance received. Second one is rupees 5,000, and third one is 20% of basic salary, whichever is less. Whichever is less is deductible. Okay, so irrespective of actual expenditure incurred, deduction is allowed. எவ்வளோ அவங்க வந்து செலவழிச்சாங்க, how much amount is spent on entertainment allowance, it's not required here. What is required? The actual entertainment allowance received or rupees 5,000 or 20% of basic salary. So out of these three, which is the minimum amount, that is deductible. Right. So here one problem is given: compute taxable entertainment allowance and net salary of Sri Hanuman Prasad from the following data. Basic salary is given, so you have to write basic salary. Dearness allowance 2,000 per month. So 8,000 per month means 8,000 into 12 because he is not a new employee to the company. அப்படி இருந்தால் கொடுத்துருவாங்க இந்த டேட் ஜாயின் பண்ணாருன்னு. ஸோ நத்திங் இஸ் கிவன். தட் இஸ் வை 8,000 into 12. ஸோ பிஃபோர் மல்டிப்ளையிங் வித் 12, you should confirm he has worked for the whole year during the previous year. So in this problem nothing is given. That is why basic salary 8,000 into 12. Dearness allowance 2,000 into 12. Taxable perquisite 35,000. Entertainment allowance 4,000 into 12. So you have to put entertainment allowance in the allowances heading as it is. Out of such allowance, rupees 20,000 is expended. It's not required here. How much amount is expended on entertainment allowance is not required. Balance amount is saved. That is also not required. Assuming he is government employee and non-government employee. For non-government employee, there is no deduction under section 16 subsection 2. That is why only for government employees we have to calculate the deduction. So how much amount actual entertainment allowance received? That means 4,000 into 12, 48,000 rupees, or rupees 5,000, or 20% of basic salary. How much is the basic salary? 8,000 into 12, 96,000. So in that 96,000, you have to compute 20%, that is 19,200. Say here, actual entertainment allowance is 48,000. 20% of basic salary is 19,200, and statutory amount given in the provision is rupees 5,000. That is why whichever is less, 5,000 is less. That is why deduction under section 16 subsection 2 is rupees 5,000 only. Here, basic salary 96,000, dearness allowance 24,000, and entertainment allowance 48,000, and taxable perquisite 35,000. So gross taxable salary is 2,03,000 for government employee as well as for non-government employee, and deduction 50,000 is allowable for government as well as non-government employee, but entertainment allowance is deductible only in the hands of government employee. How much? 5,000 only. So 1,48,000 is the net taxable salary for government employee, but 1,53,000 for non-government employee. Okay, that's all. And 16 subsection 3, tax on employment tax or professional tax on employment or professional tax. Employment tax ன்னு சொல்லலாம், professional tax ன்னு சொல்லலாம். Okay, இங்க வந்து first you have to see who has paid the professional tax, the employer or employee. If the employer has paid the professional tax, then it should be added with taxable perquisites. Then deduction is allowable. But if the professional tax is paid by the employee, then there is no need to enter in perquisites column, but you have to enter only in deduction under section 16 subsection 3. So how much amount you have paid as professional tax, that can be deducted. See, tax on employment, profession, trade levied by a state will be allowed as deduction on cash basis, whether paid by employee or by employer from gross taxable salary. See, if employer pays professional tax, then it's to be included in the taxable perquisite and it is allowed as deduction under section 16 subsection 3. Here, one problem is given, basic salary 5,000 per month, and say Rohit is a non-government employee. Entertainment allowance rupees 300 per month. So entertainment allowance 300 per month, 300 into 12. LIC premium paid by employer. It's a perquisite because it is the liability of the employee to pay his life insurance premium. But here in this problem, it is paid by the employer. That is why it should be treated as perquisite, taxable perquisite. Professional tax also paid by the employer on behalf of employee. So it is treated as a perquisite, rupees 1,600. Dearness allowance 2,000 per month. Professional tax paid by the employee 600. Income tax paid by the employee. See, first basic salary, you have to write basic salary. See, basic salary 60,000. Allowances, what are the allowances given? Dearness allowance, entertainment allowance. So you have to write these two allowances. Then perquisites heading. Under perquisites, there are two items, professional tax paid by the employer, LIC premium paid by the employer. So these are the two items to be entered in perquisites. So 1,600, 3,000. So total gross taxable salary is 92,800. And as this fellow, that is Rohit, is a non-government employee, deduction for entertainment allowance is not allowable. Only for government employees, deduction is allowable under section 16 subsection 2. That is why only two deductions are available. 16 subsection 1, that is standard deduction up to rupees 50,000. So in this problem, gross taxable salary is 92,800. So we can enjoy full deduction, that is 50,000. Then 16 subsection 2 entertainment allowance, it's not allowable as assessee is a non-government employee. And third one is professional tax. Here professional tax is paid by the employer rupees 1,600 and paid by the employee rupees 600. So you have to add these two and deduct. Okay, so 1600 plus 600, 2200. So total deductions allowable under section 16, 52,200. So if you deduct from the gross taxable salary, you will get net taxable salary, that is 40,600. I hope you understood the section 16. So after finding out the gross salary, you have to deduct these three deductions from gross taxable salary. And what are the deductions available in your problem? That should be deducted, except standard deduction. Standard deduction is not given in your problem. You have to deduct on your own up to 50,000, right? Okay. நல்லா புரிஞ்சிருக்கும்னு நினைக்கிறேன். நம்ம இப்போ வந்து 16 செக்ஷன் 16ல 3 டிடக்ஷன்ஸ் பார்த்தோம். ஸ்டாண்டர்ட் டிடக்ஷன், என்டர்டெயின்மெண்ட் அலவன்ஸ் விச் இஸ் அவைலபிள் ஒன்லி ஃபார் கவர்மெண்ட் எம்ப்ளாயீஸ், அண்ட் தேர்ட் ஒன் இஸ் ப்ரொஃபஷனல் டேக்ஸ் if it is paid by the employer or employee. It is deductible under section 16 subsection 3. I hope you all understood the deductions under section 16 which is to be deducted from gross taxable salary. Thank you so much.